We won't pain New York Knicks fans by relitigating this score, but let's just say that 6 Pacers finished in double figures. They go back to New York with everything all tied up at 2-2. And Stephen A., I really appreciated what Tyrese Halliburton said after the game. He said, we didn't do anything special. We just did our job, and now they go back into Madison Square Garden. So the question is, what comes next?
Well, there's definitely an immense amount of pressure on the New York Knicks. They lose Game 5. The likelihood is they'll lose Game 6 of this series because they're shorthanded. We don't expect Anunoby back this season. We know Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson and Bogdanovich is not back this season. They're shorthanded, and what you saw as a product of Game 4 was exactly that. You saw Jalen Brunson missing shots he would normally make. Dante DiVincenzo looking like Steph Curry one day. He looked like nothing. They didn't have anything. It's not about their game. It was about their legs.
Yeah.
The energy just wasn't there. The ferv wasn't there. They shot 19% from three-point range. What was the number? 33%, 33.7% from the field. Meanwhile, Indiana wasn't missing shots from the field and especially from three-point range all night long. It was an absolute disaster. It was a massacre. But the bottom line is there's still Game 5. You still got home court advantage for a reason.
It's a 43-point game. Forget the final score. 43 points was the biggest lead. And that's what the blowout. We didn't get the score. But, you know, you just wonder what can the Knicks build back in a couple of days by the time this thing moves to Madison Square Garden. We know, you know better than we do, how Madison Square Garden will attempt to rejuvenate the Knickerbockers as if it's a living thing, because it sort of is. And so the drama of that, the scene of that in New York for Game 5 will be tremendous. What's Indiana up to? I mean, Halliburton, I liked his attitude, Malika, as well as you did, for him saying, okay, we know, okay, we are now all in the crouch position for a fight. And that's what this is going to be. The question is, again, Stephen A., what do the Knicks have left? What can they reassemble?
And that's really what it comes down to, Malika Wibon. It comes down to what they have left. We all know. I came into this series recognizing the fact that the Indiana Pacers were prolific offensively. A top offense in the NBA, 123 points a game. We saw what they were shooting. The only team in the league to shoot 50% from the field or better. The only team in the NBA to do this. And only one game out of 82 in which they scored less than 100 points in a game. We've got to take those things into consideration, look at who they are, what they bring to the table, and recognize that if you're the Knicks, the one thing you cannot lack against them is energy. They're going to pressure the basketball. They're going to make you work in terms of pressuring the basketball. You've got to beat them with the pass and not drain yourself so you can get into your offense early and you're not drained. If the Knicks don't do that, they will lose Game 5, but I don't believe they're going to let that happen.
And we should remind everyone what our Adrian Wojnarowski reported earlier, which is that OG Anunoby, he's still doing pool work. He's not back on the floor yet, so he's not going to be back for Game 5, and the likelihood is that he's not going to be back for Game 6 as well. So we've been waiting sort of for this day to come for the Knicks when this is going to catch up with them, but they are going to have to strap in and find it from within. That's going to do it for us. We will see you on NBA Countdown later this week.